Alright, good morning. We're going to go over translations, which is in Unit 1. It's in Chapter 1 of your textbook. So we're going to do the first example, which states graph triangle JKL with vertices J, K, and L. Then graph the image of triangle J prime, K prime, and L prime after a translation 2 units right, 5 units down. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to plot our original points. So we start at the point of origin. So I'm going to go to the left 3 and up 4. Always label your point. Back to the point of origin. To the right 1, up 3. Back to the point of origin. To the left 4 and up 1. Alright, so this is my original triangle. Please make sure you pay attention to the notation. As you see, J, K, and L do not have apostrophe marks because these are our original points. So from there, we need to translate 2 units right and 5 down. So remember, when you go to the left or right, this will be on the x-axis. And when you go up or down, that is on your y-axis. So from J, I'm going to go 2 units to the right, 1, 2, and then 5 units down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I put a point, that is J prime. Okay, 2 units to the right, 1, 2, 5 units down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. K prime. And then from L, 2 units to the right, 1, 2, and 5 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put a point. So the reason why J prime, K prime, and L prime have apostrophe marks or prime marks is because something happened. The final portion of the question or example says write the coordinates of the new vertices. So that means you need to write J prime, K prime, and L prime. So J prime is -1, -1. K prime is +3, -2. And L prime is -2, -4. Alright? That is example 1. So example 2 states triangle XYZ has vertices X, Y, and Z. Find the vertices of triangle X prime, Y prime, and Z prime after a translation of 2 units left and 1 unit up. Alright, so this time we're actually going to do the same technique. However, I'm not going to graph first, just to show you you can get the same results. So, I'm going to take X, which is -1, -2, Y, which is 6, -3, and Z, which is 2, -5. They want me to translate 2 units left, which will be a -2, and 1 unit up, which is a +1. So I will be using that translation point for all of my ordered pairs. This is where your integer rules come up. Alright, so we're going to put x's with x's and y's with y's. So, in order for me to get x prime, I'm going to put -1 and -2 together. -1 and -2 is -3, and -2 and +1 is -1. Then I go to y prime, which is x's with x's, y's with y's. So +6 and -2 is +4. -3 and +1 is -2. And then finally, z prime, 2 and -2 is 0, and -5 and +1 is -4. Now going back to the last example, we saw that you could get these same ordered pairs by actually hopping. So what I'm going to do is plot my originals, And then I'm going to use the same method that we used in the previous example just to verify that my green ordered pairs are correct. So from the origin, -1, -2, that's x. Back to the origin, +6, -3, that's y. And back to the origin, +2, -5, that's z. Alright, so here's my original. And from here, they want me to go 2 units to the left and 1 unit up. So 1, 2, and 1 up. That's x prime. 1, 2, and 1 up. Y prime. And 1, 2, and 1 up. Z prime. So here is my new image in blue after it has been translated, 2 units left and 1 unit up. So let's verify what we did. All right, so I'm saying that x prime is -1, 2, 3, and -1. I'm saying that y prime is +4, -2, and I'm saying z prime is x is 0 because I did not go to the left or to the right, so 0, -4. All right, so as you can see, these answers actually match these answers. So this method is used through adding, and this method is used by hopping. It's important that you know both methods because you won't always get a graph to actually be able to do those hops. All right, and then our final example, example 3, it says a computer image is being translated to create the illusion of movement. Use the translation notation to describe the translation from point A to point B. All right, so the first thing you need to do is write your ordered pairs for point A. Or you don't even really have to do that. You need to figure out how they went from point A to point B. So what did they do? They went 1 unit to the left and 2 units down. So 1 left and 2 down. So that will give me an ordered pair of -1, +2. But let's actually check this to verify. All right, so A is +3, +3. And we don't know what our translation point is. We do know that it was some x and some y. And we know that our final result, which was B, ended up at 2, 1. So the first method you can do is what I did and actually just hopped and tried to figure out how I went from A to B. Or sometimes they won't give you a graph. You can solve this using one-step equations. Remember, x is with x's, y is with y's. So for my x, I'm going to have 3 plus x equals 2 because this is the x, this is the x, and that is the x. And then for my y, I'm going to have 3 plus some y equals 1 because I have this y, and this y. All right, so for the first equation to solve for x, 3 plus x equals 2, a one-step equation. We need to get x by itself, so we are going to subtract 3 from both sides because 3 is positive, so we have to use inverse operations. Those cancel, and x equals -1. Then I'm going to do the same thing for y. So 3 plus y equals 1. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides because we're trying to get y by itself, and 1 minus 3 is -2. So as you can see, my ordered pair should have been -1, -2. And what did I say? I said that I went 1 unit left and 2 units down, but my +2 does not represent 2 units down, so I actually made a mistake, and I should have had 1 -2. So using both methods is a great way to actually go back and check your work. All right, and for the last portion, you'll actually complete these examples on your own, bring them to class. Remember, use the 2 videos that we just, or the same video that we just went over, and it'll actually help you do these exact same examples on your own.